Yo, what's up, chat? It's your boy Suge again. I'm back with another video. I told y'all, I'm on the road to 100 videos. And I'm I'm like almost there. Nah, I ain't almost there. I got a long way to go. But, thank y'all for tuning in. I'm seeing comments. I'm trying to keep the videos going. And, thank y'all for, dropping the questions. I know a lot of people probably be like, why, a lot of his videos been in this gray shirt lately. It's really because I got 2-3 gray shirts. And also, I be putting in so much work. I'm doing 4-5 videos in a day. Like, honestly, when I'm bored, or like in the morning, or if I'm at night, when I'm bored and I look at the comments, I see the questions, or if I think of some questions that y'all might want to know, or some questions I had when I was going through Stevens, I answer them right away. Like, I cut that phone on, put it up somewhere, press record, and I answer the question. Like, it ain't no procrastinating with me. I really meant the 100 videos. That's why I appreciate y'all for tuning in, because I'm just trying to be helpful to the next driver. So I had a question about, was the pre-trip hard? How was school at Stevens? And did you have your permit before you went to Stevens? Okay, so backstory on me, if you watch like some of my old videos, you'll see I went through the refresher course. So when you already got your CDL, if you school is for the people that don't got their CDL. So somebody like me, I already had my CDL, so I went through the refresher course, and they pretty much just update you. You work on back end, and you do all of the stuff they want you to do, physical and everything, for like 2 to 3 weeks, and then you finally get a training and stuff like that. So I went through the refresher course. 3-4 years ago, I had got my CDL. They had like school, and then they had like smaller schools where you can pay to get your CDL. It was like they give you the information you need, and you got to study. They give you videos, you got to watch the videos, you got to study for it or whatever, and they teach you how to drive in air trucks. Automatic was like 800, manual was like 1,000. And what happened? They set your appointment up at the DMV. Once they set your appointment up at the DMV, then you go take the test. You get 3 times. If you don't pass the first time, you get 2 or 3 more times or whatever before you have to start all the way over. So I got my CDL 3-4 years ago. Once I got my CDL, I started driving for a family business. I did that for 3 months, and I really didn't like it. It wasn't. I didn't feel like it was for me. I didn't have the proper trainer. I was just learning as I go. And the truck broke down at one point in time, and it was just a lot all at once. It was just small things just kept adding up, and I was like, I gotta do what's best for me. So I ended up going back to my other job, and I was actually at my other job for like 6.5 years, almost 7, before I came to Stevens. And I always can go back if I wanted to, but I wanted to kind of drive now. Throughout the 3-4 years, you have to update your med card. I believe like every 2-3 years you gotta make sure you go get your physical. It's like $100 and some, I think, some places or whatever. And the whole time I wasn't driving, I was keeping my med card updated. My job also, it was like a warehouse, so I was able to be the yard jockey for a little bit. But I was finna say yard dog, but I don't know if everybody know yard dog, yard jockey. So I was able to be the yard jockey for a little bit. But for the most part, yeah, like I had my CDL 3-4 years. I kept it updated with the med card. I stayed on top of that, because once you get it, if you don't stay on top of your med card or whatever, then you can lose your CDL and have to redo the whole process. And to me, it felt like a lot. Like, it felt like a lot when you get in your CDL, until you get your CDL and realize it wasn't really that hard. It was just your mind is making you think, study, and stuff like that the whole time. Once you really, master it or whatever, and you get it down, you're gonna realize the words and everything is really the same thing. And you just gotta, look at all the details of your truck, trailer, because you're gonna really do this in the real world. So at the DMV, they want to hear like certain words and stuff, and pointing out everything that they looking for. Like, they got 3-4 different tests at the DMV. Sometimes you might do the tractor, sometimes you might do the trailer, sometimes you might do the whole truck. Like I had to do the whole truck on my test. I thought I was gonna fail, but unfortunately once I start doing it and start naming everything, you start realizing a lot of this stuff is the same. A lot of it just need to be clean. Some stuff amber in color. Make sure no broken or damages to certain things, whatever, no rips in a tire, no torns between the airlines or anything, like electrical cord. A lot of this stuff is simple. Like you can visualize, you just got to really be able to name the parts of the truck. To me, that's all I remember doing, just name the parts of the truck. So is the pre-trip hard? I wouldn't say it's hard. It just might seem like a lot when you learning something new that you haven't learned before. Like, just honestly, I would say when you learning the pre-trip and stuff like that, just watch the video every day. And I don't know, I remember a lot of stuff by like memory, visual. Like I watch stuff and I just remember it, and you start realizing the words are the same. You don't got to say too much, but just I say learn like 80-90% of the truck. Like even if you don't know 100%, 80 or 90 you might be able to pass. I don't know how it is or everywhere or whatever, but I probably missed like 1 or 2 things maybe on my trip, and I had to do the whole truck. Like it wasn't hard. And then really when you're doing it, you're gonna realize, okay, it's 3-4 parts right here that I need to call out. And then you really only doing one side. It's not that hard. It ain't like you got to do both sides and stuff like that. It's not that hard. Like airbags, air brakes. I'm talking about air brake. I'm tripping, but yeah, it's not that hard. I'd say don't stress too much about it. Stevens, the refresher program, it was good. I can say I can't talk too much about the school, but I can say that when it comes to school and a refresher program, we do like some of the stuff at the same time. Like it was a class of like 20 of us, and they was doing school, and then refresher program we don't have to do as much as them because they trying to get their CDL. We already got ours, so they just had to focus on back in med card and stuff right away, versus they had to focus on making sure they know everything that DMV looking for. And yeah, like I wouldn't say the school at Stevens is hard or anything like that, because at the end of the day it's a group of y'all. So if you don't know something, I say create like a study group. And a lot of people actually be trying to do that, because I know some of y'all stay at the hotel and stuff like that. But yeah, like they gonna do whatever they can to put you in the best position to learn the information. If you don't get it down, it's okay. It actually took my third time to finally pass, because my first time, what happened? Oh, I just failed. I forgot. Like I just knew. Like once I seen that truck, I started naming stuff off, and I thought I did good. But then the lady told me at the end, like, "Nah, you failed. You missed too much stuff, or you just didn't call out enough stuff." And my second time, that was when around COVID or whatever, or I don't know if it was around COVID. I can't remember. Probably so. I can't remember. But I was sick that day. Soon I seen that truck, I just, in my head, I said, I failed. I don't even like, I ain't even want to be there no more. Like once I realized like I'm sick, my mind just went everywhere. I just knew like I failed. Then my third time, I was just like, it just clicked. I'm like, nah, I gotta pass. Like I'm not finna start this process over. I'm not finna pay this company again. Like I'm not finna do it. Like So I just, everything clicked. I passed. And yeah, like I can't say about the permit before I got there. I ain't gonna be able to say. I mean, I already had my license before I went to Stevens, but I can't say I believe, because before I got my CDL through the company, I did have my permit. You can get your permit on your own. At my DMV, it was like $29 or $27, and it was like 4 tests, and it's not super hard or whatever. You download the Blue app, the CDL prep app, and you study the mainlet. What is it called? Like the main stuff you need to study or whatever. It's like air brakes, general knowledge. It was like a Texas one, it's something else. I ain't looking at the app and stuff right now, so I can't even think of everything right now. I ain't even trying to think of everything right now. I ain't gonna lie, but dang, I'm looking at over there because it look like this truck finna hit this other truck. It ain't directly in front of me. It's a little distance, but the way that they too close on this side, so it look like they was gonna hit that truck. But yeah, I don't know. That's crazy. But yeah, I'm gonna say 9 times out of 10. Don't quote me, but 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna say most likely you need your permit before you get there. Like, cause when you get there, then you can just focus on, you know, learning the information pre-trip and backing, and then, you know, taking a test. Versus the permit is something you do, like, you could do that on your own. Like Stevens, I don't even know if they gonna if they'll pay for you if you're trying to get your permit still. I don't know. If I say just Google that, you know, look on the requirements or reach out to a recruiter to see, because I don't want to get out, you know, wrong information on the permit. But I believe so. Most of the time, I know with companies, you need your permit because it's just for tests. You walk in the DMV, you take them tests, and then you got like a certain time before you have to go get your actual license. And yeah, that's today's video. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And I will drop another video soon. Peace.